Hey, this is Piney Prepper Bill. Today is Monday, April 1st, 2019. I think it's the 1st. Anyway, my eyes are killing me. I just went to the eye doctor and they put those drops in my eyes. So I can't see. Everything is real bright. It's nice and sunny out. There's no chemtrails today. It is super bright and it's super freaking cold. Anyway, we're prepping. Are you prepared right now for the unexpected? If anybody's watched my last two videos, we had a forest fire here. I have a truck. It's kind of like a bug out truck. My pickup has a cap on the back. I have food and water, a stove, a heater, everything. We're always in the truck. You know, if anything ever happens, we got everything in the truck. So the other day, I'm here, I'm getting ready to make another video. I'm in the garage, and I see somebody walking up and down my driveway. Now, I'm in the middle of nowhere, a couple miles off the main path, and it's nothing out here but woods. So I go out, I thought it was UPS or something. It's a fireman. And there's a forest fire that was 3 miles from the end of my road. It's a dead-end road, and everything turned to shit from there. I'm kind of prepared in case shit hits the fan, we can take off. But we have 2 pigs here. Well, anyway, when he told me it was, we didn't have to evacuate, it was voluntary evacuation. But within an hour, he was expecting, if the wind shifted, it was moving towards our houses and we would have to evacuate. Now, there's only like 5, maybe 8 houses on this road. It's a dead-end road. But the problem is, nobody was home. And there's no cell service out here. You got to pretty much be in the house for anything to work. If I'm out in the garage, there's no cell service. So I go inside, I'm trying to call my wife, trying to call my stepdaughter, her son. Nobody's answering the phone. So I'm here by myself, and there's a forest fire. I could see the smoke, but I kept getting close. I'd see it, and then I didn't, saw it. Now I see the neighbors. They got their dogs packed up, their cats packed up. Now we got 2 pigs here, we got 4 chinchillas. My truck is packed, but my truck's not here. Nobody's here. So now I'm thinking, what am I going to do? And I have, if you have caches stashed somewhere, where do you put your stashes? Or caches, whatever you want to call it. I put 2 out not that long ago. But just so happens I went to find the one today. I figured if shit hits the fan, I'm not going towards the city. I'm not going that way. If anything happens and people are coming to the house or something, I'm going to go more into the woods. So that's where I put my underground cache. Not much in it, just some food, some clothes. I went out there today because you couldn't, when the shit hit the fan the other day, there was nowhere to go. When everybody finally got home, I'm trying to get pens made, got everything together for the pigs. Now they said, if it's a mandatory evacuation, they will come here and you will have like 5 minutes to get out. And they said they would make you get out. Now, I don't know if they can do that or not, but if you have 5 minutes to get out of your house, are you ready? I had our long-term storage is in the house, it's in the garage, there's stuff everywhere. I didn't plan on bugging out in 5 frickin' minutes. So, I mean, I had some stuff here, but a lot of stuff was in my truck. I went out today to find the one cache because it was blocked. And the smoke, you couldn't get to that cache. So, I went out there earlier and I can't find it. I think the one is probably still safe because that's not where the fire was. But they took those big bulldozers back into the forest. And I know how many trees down, how many feet over. Most of the trees are gone. Some stuff's burnt, but they just took these big bulldozers and bulldozed the shit out of the frickin' woods. I don't know if they came across my stash. It's only, I didn't put it in metal because I didn't want to use a metal detector. So where they went, I kind of measured and calculated with my feet and a tape measure, and I don't know if it's still there. I can't find shit. It's just shit everywhere. So I probably lost that. But the pigs, I had to find a way to get the pigs to put in the other pickup truck. The chinchillas, we had one cage I had to put together that was in the garage, and the other one doesn't get along. I had to make one, And all this, I mean, I spent 2 hours, 2.5 hours getting stuff ready by myself. So, if shit did hit the fan and I had to evacuate at that point, like I was watching Prepper Nurse. He's got stuff. He showed where his motorcycle. He's got, 100 buckets of, like 5-gallon buckets full of food and all that stuff. Now he's just got like a little SUV. If he had to, does he think, Prepper Nurse, I mean, you're prepped pretty freaking good. But if you had 5 minutes, if somebody came to your door and you saw a forest fire right in the backyard of your house, and you had 5 minutes to get the hell out of there, do you have enough room in your vehicle for food, your kids, your dogs, your cats? And when you get chickens, what you gonna let the chickens, like, do we let the pigs loose? I didn't know what to do. You think you're ready, but when that time comes, you're almost panicking. And again, I had no vehicle. I couldn't just hop in and take off. I was stuck here. So, I just wanted to bring it to your attention. And if anybody talks to Prepper Nurse, what's him or any of you other guys? If you're ready, what if your vehicle's not there? Or that day your vehicle's in the shop and somebody dropped you off at home. If a forest fire came to your house, how much time do you have? So somebody came to my attention, and the last minute, when my wife finally did call me, I'm like, you got to get home. They said we might have to evacuate. And then she's talking about insurance papers, for the house. In case there's a fire, you lose everything. Do you have pictures for the insurance company? So, like, when my stepson came home, he's in the garage, he's taking pictures of the house and in the garage. I'm like, if we had to go now, none of this is important. So, now I'm trying to find the insurance papers in the filing cabinet. Little by little, my truck is getting fuller and fuller and fuller and fuller, and then we're waiting until last minute when we have to go. Luckily, we didn't have to evacuate, but it was a lot of work. And I was like not panicking or freaking out, but I was kind of getting overwhelmed that nobody's here. The pigs, you got to get them in the truck, then the tailgate doesn't open on the truck, you got to lift them up, and they're like 150 freaking pounds. Not what I was expecting. So, I just wanted to bring it to your attention to see if you're ready to go in 5 minutes. It's one thing if the power goes out, you got what you got, and but if you got to bug out, if your vehicle's not there, you're screwed. What are you going to do with your animals? What if your vehicle isn't there? I'm glad we didn't have to evacuate. I'm glad we didn't lose anything other than peace of my mind, whatever little bit of my mind is left. But I just want to bring it to your attention and throw it out to you that even though you're prepared, something might turn a curveball and you don't know where that's going to take you. So, what are your plans? Do you have an evacuation plan? And my wife, when she finally called me, they were down, down by the shore, and they couldn't get home. I mean, I'm in the middle of nowhere, so I mean, it's not like North Jersey. I'm in the Pine Barrens. There's nothing out here but frickin' woods. And the main road, I mean, we're couple miles off the main road, and then the main road off of that, the back roads. But when you have to detour, they had to go about 55 to 60 miles in a big circle around the fire. So a 10-minute ride, well, half an hour ride, was like an hour and a half for them to get home. And in that time, could have lost everything. So, like Prepper Nurse, if, like right now, if you're watching this and you get a bang on the door and say, yo, your backyard's on fire, you gotta go. How much time do you have? Just throwing that out there to you guys. Alright, this is Piney Prepper Bill. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.